Hello everyone, my name is Angela and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share more about my favorite planet in the universe called Venus. Venus is known as a planet of love, of beauty and of instant manifestation. There are also profound beings on this planet, so please like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. I also have my iPad here with me because I do a lot of automatic writing and it helps me to not lose my train of thought whilst I'm speaking. So Venus can be described as the Garden of Eden. It's a planet where there are a lot of greenery, of fruits and vegetables and natural resources to support life. It is a place where souls learn the laws of manifestation. The primary purpose of the planet Venus is to teach souls how their desires, manifestation and their soul life contract interact with each other. Souls learn how to manifest with very little resistance, emotional turbulence and struggle. Through this process they become aware of the power of their desires and they learn to distinguish what they want or what really serves their purpose. Venus offers an environment where souls can immediately experience the consequences of their manifestations. This allows them to understand whether a desire is aligned with their life plan or not. The planet functions as a school for souls, while simultaneously providing a space where desire can be instantly experienced and materialized. Although every soul on Venus has its own manifestation cycle, they all remain deeply connected with one another. Manifestation is not an isolated process, but a collective one. As individuals manifest, they naturally encounter the manifestation of others. These manifestations can merge into a shared creation or to repel one another. Through this interaction, Venusian souls learn about relationships, about cooperation and the dynamics of collective creation. A major lesson on planet Venus is to experience harmony. What harmony feels like, how harmony can be recognized, and how it can be consciously cultivated. Harmony is considered one of the most important qualities of a soul's development. From this foundation of harmony, souls are sometimes sent to other planets, including Earth. Many carry themes related to beauty, to creativity and artistic expressions, although their mission is not limited to these qualities. Venus serves both as a starting point and an intermediate station for understanding manifestation. The conditions on the planet allows desires to materialize instantly, whereas on Earth there is a delay between intention and manifestation. Because there is very little duality on Venus, when a manifestation proves to be out of alignment, it is immediately recognized and can be replaced with a new one. There is no prolonged period of suffering or resistance. Negativity as experienced on Earth does not exist on Venus. The vibration of Earth is much denser and creates delays in manifestation and gives rise to experiences of negativity, conflict and separation. Earth emphasizes individuality while Venus emphasizes unity and collective consciousness. The Venusian dimension is closely connected with the angelic realm. Angels are deeply aligned with the divine life plan, and Venusians dedicate themselves to discovering harmony within that plan. Because both energies focus on alignment with divine purpose, they are naturally drawn to another. The primary mission of Venus and the mastery of manifestation. According to this understanding, the consciousness of Christ is connected to the Venusian principle. Christ represents the ability to remain faithful to a divine vision despite external opposition, suffering, or physical pain. The story of Christ demonstrates the power of maintaining alignment with a higher purpose, even when confronted with denial and hardship. In this view, Jesus represents the human embodiment, while Christ consciousness represents a higher spiritual awareness that overshadowed and guided him. The Christ consciousness can be therefore understood as closely related to the Venusian consciousness, the ability to hold a vision in harmony with divine purpose until it becomes a reality. Every planet carries a unique form of consciousness and contributes to a specific aspect of truth to a greater whole. A soul is connected to a particular planetary consciousness and carries that planetary wisdom into each incarnation. The purpose is not to abandon that truth, but to express it in different worlds and circumstances. At the same time, all planetary consciousness exists in a greater overarching consciousness that unites them. From this perspective, a soul cannot be fully separated from its planetary purpose that belongs to its origin. Its mission is to embody and express those qualities wherever it's incarnate. Now I also want to share a personal experience I had with a Venusian being that at the same time can also help you understand how they look like. So this happened years ago. It was night and I was laying in my bed and I felt light electricity going through my body and I was very exhausted and I couldn't move my body anymore. I felt paralyzed and I saw two dots of light and the movement was like this and I immediately fell asleep and I felt a shock in my heart and I opened my eyes again and I felt still paralyzed and I saw a humanoid woman, just like a human being actually, but way more see-through like glass, and her skin was more goldish. She had darker fuzzy brown black hair and almond-shaped eyes, and she was looking at me and I immediately knew that she was a Venusian. I don't know why, it was more of an inner knowing, again, just like my other experiences. And I did not feel threatened, I felt very safe. And it was only a couple of seconds and then I fell asleep again. So what I have learned also through automatic writing and my own experiences, that typically Venusians live in a semi-physical body. So it's not as physical as here, but it's also not pure energy, it's more in between. That's also why they can experience instant manifestation, yet they can still carry a body. You can compare it to the astral realm, because in the astral realm you also have a body, but it's also not as physical as our human physical body, if that makes sense. This was my video about Venus and the Venusians. I hope you enjoyed it and thank you all for listening.